Hi. This is the last of the first generation, if you will, of a H&K handgun. This is the P7M13. Originally, this gun was designed in the 1970s for the tender to replace the, the federal police sidearms in West Germany. Double action auto pistols were already out in the market, and there were perceived problems with their operation in that the standard single action, double action auto pistols, you have two different trigger pulls. One double action, very heavy, very long stroke, and then after the first shot's fired, the gun goes into single action mode, in which you have a shorter, lighter trigger pull. And this was perceived by many people to cause problems for the operator. And so the designers at H&K came up with this gun. You can see it has practically no external controls. This is the mag release, now in the American position. Truth be told, this is actually a revision of the original project, because the original project had a magazine release in the European place, and it was a single stack 8-round magazine in the gun instead of the 13-round double stack magazine in this one. Okay. So you'll notice that this has a strange grip frame here, and this is one of the distinguishing features of this gun. This is the cocking mechanism. As it is, pulling the trigger accomplishes nothing. I'll remove the snap cap in here. Okay, so the slide has been retracted, and still nothing happens. You have to push in or press in this lever, and then the mechanism is cocked. You don't have to do this for every round. You just do it the one time, and the pistol is cocked. If you release the lever, the gun is automatically decocked. You'll notice here at the back of the slide, when you press in on the lever, this pin protrudes from the end of the slide. This is actually the firing pin protruding here. So you can tell at a glance if the gun's cocked or not, in case you're not sure. This is a delayed blowback system, but instead of accomplishing the lock physically, as is usually done, this one uses gas. So when you fire the gun, a little part of the gases are diverted from the barrel into a chamber about here, and they exert forward pressure on a piston that keeps the whole system locked until the bullet exits the chamber and pressure drops to atmosphere level. Then the slide is pushed back by the cartridge, it's ejected, feeds another one, and then it's operation as usual. The cocking lever also works as a slide release. So if you're on slide lock and you want to release the slide, pushing on this lever will accomplish that. And if you keep it pressed in, the gun's cocked. As you can see, keeping the lever pushed in requires almost no pressure, but the initial movement has to overcome a very heavy spring so that you don't do this by accident. Okay? Slide release, magazine release is ambidextrous. There are controls on both sides. Only awkward thing is if you want to lock the slide back without the magazine. The slide lock is activated by this button here, and it's not very easy to catch. But if you press on it while you pull back on the slide, it will lock the slide back. Sides are fixed, 3-dot type arrangement. Rear sight can be drifted left or right to adjust for windage. You just have to release the screw and move the rear sight and then retighten it. Trigger pull is quite light. The pistol looks really short, but it has a 4.1-inch barrel, so it's probably not a full-size pistol, but it's not a really compact pistol in comparison to the other guns in the same category, but it's quite small. Disassembly is easy. This is the button for disassembly. You just push down on it, retract the slide a little bit, and pull it up and off the frame. And that's it. Spring goes around the barrel. Barrel is fixed to the frame. Polygonal rifling. This gun is all steel, so it's not very light, but it's very sturdy. It should last pretty much forever. You can see it sits very low on the hand, so it's very comfortable to shoot. You can see here the cocking mechanism at work. This will retract the firing pin, and the trigger releases the firing pin. Okay. This is the piston we're talking about. Which delays the recoil from the gun, so you see that where it sits in relation to the slide. The firing pin can be removed through here. I'll show that to you in a moment because it needs to be assembled. So, reassembly is reversed. Just insert the spring. It has to go into the notch for it. It will probably work both ways. Then you have to make sure that the piston is tilted down, and then there you go. Removal of the firing pin. You'll notice that there are these two cuts on the bushing. They are vertically oriented, so you just push a little bit on the lever, so you'll see the firing pin retractor come out a little bit, and then you just twist it clockwise 1/4 of a turn, and here it is. This is the actuator for the firing pin. pin is still in there. I won't remove it, but if you disassemble the gun now, you can fish out the firing pin from below the slide. Reassembly is reverse. You have to align this with the cut for it in the firing pin channel. So you see that the cuts here are horizontal. And that's it. It can be a little rough on the fingernails, so if you want, you can use a coin or a screwdriver, a good fitting one. And this is it. P7. This gun was also made in 40 Smith & Wesson caliber, and there was another version of it, the K3, that was 380 and 22 long rifle. Okay, so till next time, this is the P7M13. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.